Welcome back to Full Metal Jacket. Last time we were talking about... Well, we're going to talk about it now, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to talk about more about Full Metal Jacket.
This is the Stone Tower Temple will be the Kubrick episodes.
It's kind of matching.
Yeah, I would recommend watching the rest if you have an interest. It's not required, though. I mean, the beginning is just the part that everyone remembers, is all.
Yeah.
Did I come in through this way? I don't know.
I had this argument with the people that I was watching it with.
Who were you watching it with?
My family.
Yeah.
And we were discussing endlessly the morals of the thing.
Yeah?
So, spoilers for Full Metal Jacket, at the start of it at least, which is the Marines training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's got Private Piles and his slow descent into madness because he's being picked on.
Yeah.
And then he ends up killing a sergeant, and I thought, I really hate Private Piles now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't mind the sergeant. Sergeant's doing a good job, he's got everyone into a rhythm, and everyone's working well. And it's just this one guy who... He was being picked on a little bit, he was being singled out.
Come on. Sorry.
He was being singled out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He was doing kind of well at the end, which is interesting.
Well, yeah, he found something that he was good at. But everything else he wasn't good at, and people still resented him for giving him more exercise to do, and they didn't want to do more exercise because they were already tired.
Yeah, it was
and
just...
then they slugged him with the soaps, and that was probably when he snapped.
I don't remember if there was much else after that. I thought there was. Like that's after when he improved himself and started trying to do more things. I watched it maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. Probably longer than that, actually. I don't know. I'm not very good at judging those kind of things. Why can't I get up this? I'm pretty sure that's the only way. You got to dive and go up, right? Like this.
Yeah.
But there's the wall there, so I couldn't do it anyway.
Well, maybe try just test jumping in just normal water without aiming for anything. Yeah. So you really got to get like a loop, dip in angle.
Oh, yeah, there's this fucking Igor up there trying to get me. But it can't because I'm down here, fool.
Yeah.
Igors are funny creatures. This is not gonna work. I'm convinced. I'm pretty sure that's you have to do that. Is the thing. The problem is that like I got the synchronizing and whatever. I gotta do this. Oh, that would have made it. It's needed to be a bit closer.
Yeah.
Talk more about Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. So, I really like the start of it. I think that the pacing's very nice. And it's just the... I like the sergeant. I thought he was very good. And I thought it was very sad that he got killed by Piles.
Mm-hmm. That sergeant guy, he plays sergeants in everything.
Yeah.
His voice is so iconic that he was in a lot of cartoons and stuff because he's just like the sergeant guy, and he was in like a shit ton of things. And you look at his IMDb or something, it's all just like sergeant.
Yeah.
And he died, which is sad. IRL.
Yeah.
So,
Well, everybody
R.I.P.
dies.
Sergeant Man. Well, okay, that's the way of looking at it, I suppose.
Yeah, depending on how soon and in what circumstances. Like, did he die because he was unwell? Did he smoke a lot?
I think it was cancer.
Yeah, so that sucks.
He's done it. Okay. Never jump
And it
into
depends
water.
on how old he was as well. Because I think
this might just be Street Fair.
there's
Basically, okay.
the last 30 years of your like from between the ages of like 55 and 100, you could expect to die at any moment. And some people live a lot longer, and they live certain lifestyles which enable them to live longer. But
See that shit that I just did right then?
little sweet tricks.
They were pretty sweet tricks. Alrighty.
Yeah, mate, you gotta go on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Yep. Oh my god.
Did you hit the post?
No, I just hit the thing. But yeah, I enjoyed the first part of that film. The rest is good, but it's not iconic.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's jumped out of water way too soon then.
When I think Vietnam, I think Forrest Gump. That's what I think.
I actually have not seen Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen it probably twice. Well, maybe I've seen it once for sure, where I was like, this movie is weird.
I don't know much about it except for the one iconic scene. Mama always
Right,
said
Forrest.
life was a box of chocolates.
Oh yeah.
And that's probably the
He's
beginning
on
of
the
the film,
bench
isn't it?
talking to some old guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got like a bunch of awards for the thing as well, for his acting.
Well, yeah, he saved his sergeant.
Fucking it. Okay.
He saved his sergeant, who ended up losing his leg, and his sergeant was, well, shortly after the war, he was depressed and he was just really pissed off
Yeah.
for a long time. But eventually, he, like maybe within 15 years,
Oh.
he eventually got over it and settled down. He got a wife, and he was thankful for Forrest saving him. And actually, one of the things that he was always, actually from the beginning, he was depressed, but he didn't resent Forrest saving him, except for in the hospital bed where he was like, "Oh shit, it's you," because I think Forrest got shot or something.
Oh.
And like, it was only a small injury, but his sergeant had lost his leg, and
Shit.
so they had a big wrestle. Like he just dived off his own bed and grabbed Forrest and started beating him up.
What the fuck is my controls right now? Okay. I gotta watch that at some point. It's on my
So
list, but it's not anywhere at the top, unfortunately.
The great thing about the movie is, about Forrest Gump, is the like the life stages idea of it. I thought that was probably one of the most interesting things about
What do
it.
you mean, the life stages?
So he starts off, he's a boy, everything's ahead of him, he's got to chase after the bus, everyone thinks he's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he leaves for Vietnam, right? And that whole thing changes his life direction and his beliefs about life. He's still
Great.
naive, but he's got his own direction in life.
You know what I think this is? It's like, again, this is like when I did the fucking beaver race. When I had it on an actual TV, I was able to do it quicker, so there might be just the smallest bit of lag. Oh, that so should have made it. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Stories where it goes through their entire life, I'm actually kind of... not that I dislike them, I just kind of like, they do things to me, man. I feel weird, finally. Because... wait a second. Are you kidding me? Oh, you know what I'm supposed to do with this thing. I don't have the right materials right now. Yeah, okay, I'm back here. Great, glad I just wasted all that time. Because I was doing it. Whatever, who cares? Who cares, man? Fucking get out of here.
So after Vietnam, what does he do? He goes for a run. He runs for a really long time. And he's just going over things in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people join in the run, and he becomes like a national hero
Why?
because he ran for a really long time.
Oh.
Like run, Forrest, run. So that's what he did.
Oh, that's what that is.
Well, I think that's just something that he ended up deciding to do. It was after Vietnam.
Okay.
And so eventually he stopped running, and can't remember what happened after that. But I don't know if it's immediately afterwards or something else happened. But he goes to I think he gets in contact with the girl. I can't remember what her name is. Like his childhood friend.
Oh, you see that combo? Sorry.
His childhood friend. They get in contact, and so he goes to see her in New York. And she's got a kid, and she's like, they're both pretty useless, but she's like the kind of useless that's not. I don't know. Maybe they're both naive and useless, but her own pathway is different to his. She does a lot of things that he'd think are ridiculous, and he goes to find the truth, I guess, and something that'll help shape him into a better person. And so he goes to New York and he sees this kid, and I can't remember what happens there either. I think that might be it.
Oh, great.
But he's in New York when he does the box of chocolates. There we go.
Okay, I thought it was at the beginning of the film that happens.
No, well, because well, maybe it is, but it's repeated.
Yeah, right.
Well, if it's repeated anyway. So
Just testing.
I guess whatever her name is, the girl, she realizes that she's a big dummy, and I guess I think what ends up happening is he goes home after that, and then she comes back to the childhood town, I guess, and she's like, yeah, I want to live with you forever now. And then it turns out she's dying.
It's your fault.
So the thing that pissed me off a bit, I'm like, wow, this girl's taking advantage of him, what a bitch.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Probably very sweet and
like he's
nice.
like a really nice guy, and she just...
And tragic. It's probably very tragic.
It is. The whole movie is tragic. But he always finds something that he's good at and something that he can do, and I think that's good. That makes it like a positive sort of story.
God damn, I want to do it.
He seems kind of stupid, but he knows that. He's trying to find the truth.
Yeah. Oh god. Alright, anyway. Okay. I gotta watch that somewhere. It sounds interesting, actually. For some reason, it reminds me of Lost in Translation. And I haven't seen that film either, I just want to watch it. And I don't know why it reminds me. I was gonna say that, yeah, stories that take place over, like, many years and, like, show their whole childhood and stuff like that. This film's fucked me up, man. Just absolutely. It makes me feel like I've lived a whole life with them, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I cannot, my little heart cannot handle it.
It's like a highlights reel, really, of his life. Not really, like,
well, yeah,
every
no,
single thing he does.
of course not, because then that would be
Could
years
be the whole
long.
movie.
But an example of a film like that, I think I've talked to you about it before, is Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
You told me about it, whereas he starts off like, old and then he gets to a baby.
Yeah, well, yeah.
At the end.
The whole
He
idea
goes backwards in aging.
Exactly. He gets younger. That's his thing. And I need you to go away. And the film is about fucking God. These enemies endlessly respawn, so I gotta be real quick and careful. Oh, I am getting it. Stay there. No. God damn it. I want to get just a bit more on that. Okay. It didn't hit the thing, so I gotta do this again. Bleh. But yeah, Benjamin Button, it basically shows it's like a literal example. You'd think like, oh, I age backwards, you know, it's like a fun, quirky thing. But no, it's basically just like, what are the tragic things and like, how would a life like that actually live? That's the idea. I really wish these enemies would fuck off. Alright, great. I don't get out of here, man.
They just keep on spawning.
Yeah, they do. And I hate them, and I want them to die forever. Yeah. I remember this, like, I had like a cheat for this room, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I actually think maybe I do know what it is. It's a bit risky though. I see him. Sneaky fucker. But yeah, and because it's like a film that like goes from birth to death, you know, and just shows everything about its life. It fucks me up, man. I feel like I've lived the life with him, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like and after it ends, you just go, "What do I do with myself?" You know, and it's tragic as well. You know, because it's a very literal take on a kind of silly concept. You know. I did that on purpose. Get away from me! No, I don't want to climb this. Everything is just going wrong. All right, $20, great. When is it not? There's gonna be another one here, I guarantee it. $20, great. I should have got you to guess.
No.
What?
Can't do it anymore.
Just say $20 every time.
I lost my $20 Mojo.
Oh, this room. Ah, this room. Ah, Peter. Hey, Lois. It's this room. Remember that time in Majora's Mask? You're the one's been watching all the family.
Yeah, I know.
Alrighty. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Benjamin Button. Yeah, I don't know if I can recommend it, but it's interesting because it's like he of course he gets like a girl that is aging normally, and it's all like when he was an old man, she was a kid, and then vice versa at the end, she's an old woman and he's a baby. And there's all these like interesting like parallels and stuff, right? Where it's like.
So they kind of meet in their 40s or something.
Yeah, so it's really interesting because that's how like they have like a happy part in the middle, right? It's like a kind of reverse story where like normally in a typical like 3-act structure film, the darkest part is at the middle. That's when it's like, so you have the happy beginning and it's all adventure, and then there's like a point of conflict, in the middle, and then they rise up out of that for the ending. You know what I mean? It's a kind of different in this one because it's like a real life. So the beginning's not happy. Actually, it's not. I'm not going to be able to make this. It's more of just like a because he's an outcast, because he's a fucking shriveled up kid, old man thing. Because he's all wrinkled although he's a kid, and he looked horrifying when he was a baby, and they wanted to kill him. Anyway. Is this what I mean? It's all like serious. I wish that I didn't have to watch this cutscene every time. Let me just focus on this for a sec. There we go. But yeah, the middle is great because like it's like everything is happy. We're meeting in the middle, and they like they get in a small house together and they fuck all day, and they're all happy and good and nice. And it's like but then they start kind of their ages drift apart again, and then they kind of have to go on their own. And like she gets older, and she's like she was like a ballet. There's like a moment she was like a ballet dancer, and she gets in a car accident. I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, and it's all very tragic and shit like that. She can't dance anymore, but then she becomes like a ballet teacher and stuff like that. And then like they kind of get separated and things because like I think I can't remember. Like they get separated for a while, but they're always like thinking each other. It's literally like their lives from birth to death, and it's such a huge like task to watch it. I tell you what. Not that it's a bad thing. I just like I don't know. That movie stuck with me. So that's a way I can put a film. It stuck with me. Yeah. Which I think is neither good nor bad. It depends on what you're looking for. But I guess typically, if I would prefer an experience of a film which
anyone who makes a movie would be wanting to make something memorable. Whether it's for a good reason or bad, they want their project to be remembered.
Well, I remember it alright. And I think I wouldn't call it good or bad. I think I'd probably lean towards good. It's just like it doesn't give me good feelings.
It's an interesting movie.
Which is kind of the point, It's not supposed to make you feel good. It's just supposed to like show you. It's just like it's a character study, I guess you could say. Except that I don't remember the characters being very defined, to be honest. They kind of just were people. It's more of just. It's just I don't even know how to describe it. A real life movie. A slice of life, that's what it's called. Slice of life movie. And it fucks you up, so there you go. Have fun. Go watch it. Online now at movies.com.
Are we gonna stop now?
Oh, did the timer go off?
Yeah, it went up ages ago.
Ah, shit. Alright. Next time on
Exploding Flowers.
Great.